the Jayhawk Sports Network, powered by Heartland Technology.
Welcome back. We are in the South Gym, Jesup High School, Jesup, Iowa, USA, ready for another volleyball night. We've had 3 straight here at home, and the postseason is just around the corner. We welcome you again to the Hawks Nest in Jesup. Tonight, Jayhawk Sports Network bringing you varsity volleyball with the Cougars from Sumner-Fredericksburg visiting the Jayhawks. Both teams are ranked, so again, it should be another competitive night, and we'll hear from Coach Erica Bass here very shortly, but she says this team is a scrappy team, and you don't get that point. Scrappy nonetheless, but with a 22-7 record coming in tonight against Jesup's 15-10. They've had some games. Welcome in Luke Baldwin as he's up in the Hawks Nest tonight with me, and Anthony Baugh. Is he doing everything again tonight?
He is, man.
Okay.
Eric Clark is really he's fallen off pretty badly here. Anthony's over here. I mean, he's working the magic box. He's running the camera. He's making me a sandwich over there. I mean, he's doing a little bit of everything.
Well, I'm just glad he made it back in time from Alabama to get us on the air for this broadcast. Anyway, let's catch up with Jayhawks on the Move with head volleyball coach Erica Bass on our pregame show. Jayhawks on the Move, another equipment room edition for the regular season as Jesup will host their final regular home season game or match. I think we have this conversation every year. I don't know what to term it right, but Sumner-Fredericksburg's coming in. Again, the conference, top to bottom, is in the rankings. Mm-hmm. You know, whether it's 1A, 2A, or 3A, you bring another team in. But it's just another day, right, for Jesup? Yep. Ranked teams coming in?
Yep.
Talk about that through the season. We continue to talk about it, but it is news.
Yes. So it's actually pretty cool to have most of our conference in the top half of all of 1A, 2A, 3A. And we love getting that competition. That just sets us up for regionals and gets us super excited for that time of the year because we can see where we're at compared to all those teams. And we really like that.
Let's rewind back to Thursday. Gledbrook Rhinebeck came out to a great start in that first game, and then it was a battle the last 3. Talk through that match Thursday.
And even the first game was a little bit of a battle. It was 21-25, so I consider that pretty close for a first game match. And then after that, it was pretty similar. We were just on the losing half of all those games, but we made it out of the third game with an injury, which doesn't really help us very, very much. Leah had a dislocated shoulder at the beginning of the season, and that's what kind of
So same shoulder
out.
came down. Yep. She came down hard with that shoulder in that third game.
Yep, just in a pass.
Yeah.
It was very weird.
And then you had to really make some adjustments there. You had some younger players that had to step up.
Yep, and JC is a really good player for us to do that. She hits in off-season, so when she plays club, she is a hitter. She's a defensive specialist for us, but I consider her also a utility player, so if we need her somewhere hitting on the floor, I can count on her to do that. Yeah,
and we were talking through on Thursday, the power that Leah has, you know, that's hard to replace when she's bringing that down.
It is. Yep. She like stays in the air so long, nobody knows how to really time it on the block. She has tons of power coming off, and she's a lefty, so that's a throw off for some teams too. They don't get the opportunity to see that every day.
Right, being the left-handed that comes in. So no tournament over the weekend.
Nope.
So you had that little break, some recovery, getting ready for tonight. What do you expect to see tonight from Sumner-Fredericksburg?
I expect to see some tough play. They're a team that, again, in our conference, I feel like a lot of the teams that are in our conference are super scrappy. So they're hustlers. They're going to get the ball back over the net, and it's going to force us to have to control our side and make them make the mistakes. Just continue to get the ball back over, make them make the mistake, and that's kind of how we like to play. The scrappiness is just going to be insane. So it'll be fun.
So this is what you've seen from their tape? You just see them scrappy?
Yep. So
what type of plays are they making?
I've been to a couple of games that they've played, and then also We've watched film on them, a couple games. We watched film on them versus AP, so we got to see them. So scrappiness, they're chasing down balls that are going really far out where you think you would score a point, but then it comes back over. So you have to kind of be humble in that sense, and then be able to just put another one the same back over and make them make the mistake and score.
Yeah, you see that every game, and we saw that on Thursday night of that ball's not coming back. And all of a sudden it came back because you've let your guard down.
Yep.
You have to coach that through of saying you have to stay in it
play until
the
whistle blows. I say that all the time. We don't always get that, but I do say that a lot.
Yes. So good luck tonight against the Cougars, and we'll talk again next week. First round, Wednesday, believe it or not.
Yes.
We'll have it for you on the Jayhawk Sports Network. Game time coming up very soon. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Back on the Jayhawk Sports Network as we hear from head coach Erica Bass on our Heartland Technology pregame show. And Sumner-Fredericksburg again coming in at 22-7, Jesup at 15-10. And the postseason is just around the corner. Both these teams will be underway on the 21st of October. So not too far away. And when you look at...
Just a week away, right?
Yeah, just a week away. And looking right now of how Sumner is, at least on the rankings, I want to make sure I get this right. Jesup in Class 2A ranked 13th. This was the result out of last Thursday in the rankings. They had moved down a slot from number 12. Sumner-Fredericksburg in 2A, they're currently ranked number 8th. They've picked up one more win in there, match win in there since this was released last Thursday as well. Unfortunately, Jesup did go down to defeat 1-3 against Ladbroke Rhinebeck last Thursday. And Luke, we had that game on the Jayhawk Sports Network. And, 4 of the games, actually 3 of the games, we saw Jesup not get the first point. They ended up with the 4th one, and we thought they were going to stay in it. Took the first one, lost 3 straight from there. Tough night for them.
Yeah, it was. They played really well that first game. Second game... Second game, they were, we were kind of up and down, and then from then on, I mean, they were tight games. I think they were all 4-point games or less, but we just, some of what's kind of been our Achilles heel throughout the season here, we battled, but we weren't able to find a way to close it, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah, Jesup took the first one 25-21, and then 25-22, 25-21, 25-23 is how GR took the rest of it. Alexa Harris led the team with 39 assists. Bobby Thomas had 2.5 kills per match. Bella Cresser was on the net, 5 blocks. Kayla Wymore had 21 digs and half an ace throughout the match. J.C. Lane came in as a junior. As you heard Coach talk through that, she had to come in and help recover this team after Becker went down with that injury.
Yeah, and we see Becker on the sideline again tonight. I talked to her mom briefly before the game here. Sounds like she's going to be back for the postseason play. But a little bit of a shoulder dislocation, and so she's letting that heal before the end of the season here.
So as we look at what's to come for these two teams, and we'll touch more on this as we go forward, but postseason on the 21st has Jesup hosting right here, 7 o'clock game against Grundy Center. Winner of that one will play on the 26th in the regional semifinal. But Regina Catholic and North Cedar, whoever comes out of that on the 19th will go to Columbus to play on the 21st, and the winner of that one will visit Jesup. No matter Jesup's the winner out of the Grundy Center game or not, this will be the host site. And the top of that, Northland faces Alburnett. They go into winner of that one to face Denver. Bottom half of that top bracket, Starmont and Maquoketa Valley. And then the winners move on to Denver High School for that semi-regional. And then Waterloo West will host the regional championship for Class 2A Region 6. And then looking at Class 2A Region 7, Sumner-Fredericksburg has a bye that first round on the 21st. They're going to see either MFL Marmac or Southwind, who plays on the 19th. Come out of that one, they're going to see either Clayton Ridge or Postville in that regional semifinal. That game also at Sumner-Fred. Bottom half of that has Beckman facing the winner of Bellevue and Northeast from the 19th. And the bottom half of that, Hudson and Cascade. That's being played at Hudson on the 21st. The winner there will face the winner of Beckman in that play-in game, also on the 26th, and then cited to be determined for the regional championship coming up on October the 28th, and then you get right into November. And I don't know the exact dates of the postseason event and how that's all going to work for the state volleyball tournament, which will be the first time that the girls' union is going to try and figure out some postseason play, I guess, other than softball, but on an internal level. We'll step away and hear the playing of our national anthem from Jesup High School.
National anthem.
From the Jesup Symphony Orchestra that being played tonight. Postseason, talking about volleyball, but football, they're in postseason play. Of course, every football team is this year, which will be interesting to see if it begins to be a trend. I'd like to maybe see how they can expand that and shorten the football season, regular season, and do more postseason play.
I agree. I mean, it's done in every other high school sport. I don't really see any reason why we couldn't make that happen in football. I'm sure there are reasons why people would be opposed to it, but personally, I like the idea of getting everybody in there and see what happens. You know, if you want to be the best, you got to beat everybody in front of you.
Right, yeah. Everybody else gets a chance at, you lose early in your season. You haven't figured things out yet.
Right.
But, basketball, volleyball, you get a chance to correct yourself, and you could play some of your best football late in October into November. So Jesup will be traveling to Dyke, New Hartford for that first-round football game coming up this Friday with a 7 o'clock kickoff. Conference rival Dyke. We played them, I think, last in the district last year, last 2 years, until things were adjusted. So we are see how they come out. See if Coach Sauer can get his boys ready to come out of that after a tough loss up at Sumner-Fredericksburg this past Friday night to end the season with 2 wins, regular season with 2 wins.
I'm sure he's got him working hard in practice and preparing for a big game.
He was already reaching out to me, see how he could do some sort of ESPYs or Freakies or something he wanted as the end of the year celebration to do award ceremony. So.
Nice. McCombs getting things started for the Jayhawks. Gets a kill on the far left side of your screen there.
Oh, yeah, there's a volleyball game going on, too. Yeah. We're talking about football and get on to volleyball.
Speaking of postseason volleyball, Jesup, our record would not necessarily suggest that we're a contender to make a strong run postseason. But our competition that we play and the experience we get throughout the season, I think, and not to mention the talent that we have on the court, if we can put everything together, I actually think we're a team that can make a run and beat everybody in that bracket. Now, that's not a prediction that's going to happen, but I think they're capable of doing that.
It's tough conference schedule to get through. We talked about in the pregame show with Coach Bass. You know, you go through who's ranked, and it's about everybody in 1A, 2A, 3A. And you look at this team with Sumner-Fred wearing the pink unis tonight and trying to see if they can at least tie that score with Jesup, which they do on that hit, as we're tied up at 2s. But looking down at that lineup that's on the floor right now between Bella Kresser, Kendra McCombs, Bobby Thomas, you've got Alexis Harris as well as Kayla Wymore, but coming in to sub in for Leah Becker, who's on the bench. And again, talking through this, and you've seen her play quite a bit, Luke, but give credit coming in right on that front line. You got some height down there with Kylie Winter.
Yeah, right on, man. She's one of our sophomores, obviously a big part of our JV team, and she does have height. She's got some ups, and she's coming a long ways as a volleyball player and athlete in general. She's one of those kids that she always had just a ton of athleticism, but she's been growing into her body over the years, and it's really all starting to come together for her. She's done a nice job here, and I'm looking forward to watching her in basketball because I think she might actually surprise a few people this year.
Sumner-Fred with that serve tied things up at 3 in this first game. There's a bump off libero via Lang, the sophomore. Wymore catches it, and Aaron hit off the arm of Harris is going to send it out of bounds, and Sumner takes the lead 4-3. Isabella Elliott, a 6-foot freshman for the Cougars. Jump serve, clears the net. Wymore with the hit, Harris with the set, and there's Thomas hard on
nice
that.
Job.
Gets a response at the net.
Yeah, cleans it up. Kill shot, doesn't go, takes care of business with the little block at the net, or dump, whatever you call that.
A point of some sort,
point.
I guess, yeah.
It's called a point.
Brings it over.
That's probably most accurate.
Safest way to say it. Double hit from Harris as it comes off the net. Substitutions for Sumner-Fred. We'll see 2 coming in, Gracie Jones as well as Bella Ray.
Gracie Jones with the serve. Left side of your screen.
There's the dig by Schutte. Hammered from Toma. Save up, lobs over, and no one's there to get it. I think Thomas thought somebody was right behind her, but Wymore was just a little out of reach.
Yeah, and I don't know enough about volleyball, Nate, to know who's responsible for that. To me, it seems like Thomas was right there, and then she backed away from it. But whether that's Kaylor's ball or Thomas's, I'm not sure.
Dig in the back, Isabella Elliott. Power it through from Chantel Nuss, the senior, and that one's going to be in, and a point to Sumner-Fred.
Going back to that last ball, I think the one thing that is a definite is there has to be communication there, so that doesn't happen.
Another pop-up with Schutte. Harris, who's going to bring it over. Thomas just couldn't gauge the distance.
Boy, we're just getting some dumb luck at the net there. Maybe it's not dumb luck. Poor placement, whatever you want to call it, but we've had just a ton of them right there at the net on our side.
Might need to go back talking football. Yeah. We seem to be doing well when we were doing that.
Yeah. So Sumner up 9-4. Really Jesup just kind of some self-inflicted wounds here early in the game. Nice serve by Gracie Jones.
Pop straight up again. There she goes with it. Wymore set up Thomas, just flicks it over the front row. Bump up from Gracie Jones and hammers out of bounds off the hand of Morgan Brandt. 6-footer.
So J.C. Lang set check-in for Kylie Winter.
Yeah, there's 4 6-footers on that lineup. Plus you throw in a Katie Reno at 5'10".
Got some height over there for sure.
Leah Becker, who's one of our tallest, along with Bella Kresser. Again, Becker out at least 4 today, and half the game on Thursday last week. Leads the team in total blocks at 45 on the season.
JC wide right with that serve. So that's going to bring up Morgan Brandt for the Cougars.
She leads the team in kills.
Nice little jump serve. Boom, there you go, Bobby.
Give that credit to Thomas, who then grabbed that ball. And is she going to go to the service line as McCombs comes in? Schutte will sit down, and Bobby Thomas will have that opportunity. Sit up from Brandt. Bring it in from Elliott, and that was in.
Yep, just caught the inside of the line there.
Chantil Nuss, 5'7" senior. Serve from the back, center. J.C. Lang in for Jesup now as McCombs brings that over. Bump it up from Lang. Nice response from Wymore. Their libero will get it, and right side of Thomas. You saw it hit the floor.
I tell you what, that was a great up by Kaler. That ball was coming hard.
12-6, Sumner-Fred. Lang touched that one, Wymore to her side, and Toma will bring it over. Set it up from Brandt. Wymore again with a bump. Harris bringing it with Thomas.
Boom!
Back corner inside where you needed it.
She brought the anger on that one.
Student section dressed out in their Halloween costumes tonight.
One of them's a little suspect.
Very suspect, times 2. Toma, hard hit, angles to the right. Out of bounds. She'll sit down.
Kitty Reno checking in for the Cougars. And Bella Cresser comes back in for the Jayhawks, replacing Toma. Bella Cresser's really had a nice season. She's especially in the last couple weeks, she's come on strong. Her, I would say, her confidence is about quadruple what it was maybe at the start of the season.
Just out of the reach of Lang.
Combs with the kill. Kyla Winter checks back in for Lang. Cool to see Kyla getting playing time here tonight.
Up on the response from Elizabeth Elliott. And a desperation hit goes out of bounds outside of Jesup's boundary. So they'll get that point. And that will put Alexis Harris at that line. And she leads the team in service aces. Block up front comes off of Jesup out of bounds.
We were there. Just came off at the wrong angle.
Peyton Seahouse, sophomore, 5'7". Jump up. Nice pounding serve from that line. Harris didn't get the set she wanted.
A little low. It's tough to deal with, but man, you're right. That was a pounding serve.
She throws it up high enough, and then she jumps after it and comes across that line as she's moving this way, and she's ready to play. And
I think they call that a jump serve, Nate.
So when they're serving and then they jump while they're serving.
Right.
You know, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's a new thing. They've only been doing it for like 30 or 40 years.
Oh, so it's newer. Out of bounds. 15-10.
I'm such a jerk, man.
Oh, it's fun.
Honestly, I think that's why people listen to us.
Yeah, I think it's what gets Anthony to show up every time. Doesn't know what those two idiots are going to say. And he hopes he doesn't get the emails at anthony@jayhawksnetwork.com.
Not that that's where you'd want to send any complaints, but if you were going to send a complaint, send it to Anthony at whatever you said.
It's a made-up email address anyway, so. It's not even a redirect on it, I don't think. Kyler Warmore with the serve. Set up front, Peyton Seahas and Kylie Winter just out of her.
That tip over the
touch.
front line defense there during the JV and fresh soft games, man, that absolutely killed us. I can't tell you how many times we'd meet them at the net for the block, and then they'd just tip it over, and we didn't have anybody waiting from behind to dig that out.
Schutte pulled that out and rolled over the net. It's on its way out of bounds, but a Sumner-Fred player hit it.
Reno and Libero Lang check in for the Cougars. Ball over to Jesup. Got the ball going the wrong way here. I think that's Jesup's ball, right?
So J.C. Lang serving right side. Jayhawks down 5. She does a jump serve. Lean over, there's Harris, or Bella. That was Harris.
Yep.
Thomas gets it over the net, goes high up, trying to kill it. Wymore over to Lang. Then Thomas brings it over, back row with Haley Elliott.
Oh.
And that one's too much power from Morgan Brandt.
Nice volley there. Jayhawks did a great job of moving around, supporting each other. Had a couple Wymore, Harris on the ground.
Within 5 or 4 now. Little mix up in that back row. You had 2 to come together, and it just kind of ruined the cake right there.
A little miscommunication. Nice serve by J.C. Lang. Boom.
Pound ricocheted off the front, and give credit to Bella Ray, the junior.
She killed that thing, didn't she?
She hammered it down. Morgan Brandt. Put her again at the service line. There's Harris. Thomas tips it over left side. Lang. Back over to the other Lang on Jesup's side. Harris, who's going to take it? Thomas. Good response from Elliott. Hard up a Wymore. This is like came up and hit her in the face on the left side.
I think it hit her in the ear.
Didn't phase her unless she's resisting to rub it. Messed up her ponytail, I think.
You wait 5 minutes before you talk anything.
She'd probably want to kill me for saying this or even talking about this, but I remember last year, I forget who we were playing, but somebody just absolutely murdered. Like, it was a kill shot. Caught her right in the face, and it took her down. I mean, it literally would have killed me, I think. But she got back up, and I was sure she had Voight tattooed across her face or something after that one. But
the thing is, she'll do it not knowing it's coming. You do it on a bet.
Yeah.
I'm sure of that. Anyway, timeout on the floor, 20-14. Jesup still trailing this one as Sumner's plotting their last 5 points of this game to see if they can go up 1-0 on this final regular season game night or volleyball night for Jesup.
We'll see if Jesup has a plan to foil those Sumner's plan.
Otherwise, postseason is next week. Next Wednesday, we'll have. Did you get clearance, Anthony? Are we going to be able to put this on the Jayhawk Sports Network, the postseason? Okay. Ask for forgiveness more than permission, I think, is Anthony's motto.
Probably at least audio, maybe.
Schutte with the bump. Harris gets it to Thomas. Back and forth on the volley. And Toma can't get high enough on the net.
Bella Ray there with the open palms. Says not tonight.
So it lists her 5'6", but I'm going to question that. I know we're pretty high up, but she doesn't look 5'6".
They're playing some games with us there.
Because Chantel Nuss is 5'7" next to her, and she's 3 inches shorter, although listed an inch taller.
I'm going to say she's at least a good 6 foot. 6'1".
Good response from Elliott, the freshman. She'll hammer down on that kill. Can't get it made. And Toma eases it over. Now McCombs will bring it back into Jesup area with Harris to send it over to McComb again. Bump from Elliott. A little tick over from block and out of bounds off of Jesup.
Isabel Elliott, just a freshman for the Cougars, doing a phenomenal job in that back middle. There's not much getting by her back there. In fact, I'm not sure I've seen anything get by her.
We did get a nice little comment on Facebook here after our little conversation. So Bruce Piper admitted he wouldn't call us idiots, just entertaining.
Who was that?
Bruce Pipert? If I'm getting that right?
Well, thank you, Bruce. Appreciate it.
We thank.
I think there's a few people out there that would disagree with you. I think they would absolutely call us idiots, but we appreciate the love when we can get it.
Yeah, we're mostly married to those people.
Yeah.
Thanks for following on Facebook Live or on Jesup Jayhawk YouTube channel. As another point will go towards Sumner-Fredericksburg's way.
Yeah, for our friends from Sumner-Fredericksburg, we like to have a little fun up here. We're not your typical commentators. You get a little bit of everything with us.
Combs up. There's a bump for the back row. And nice block up front.
Jesup looking to stretch this one out a little bit longer. Kylie Winter in for J.C. Lang. Alexis Harris to serve.
Net up high up from Elliott. Lang will keep it in. Wymore there to respond, but it was set up for the kill for Isabel Elliott to take the match, I think. No, not on that. Matt will take it. 25-18 is the final for game one, as Jesup will head to their sidelines and get instruction from their coach, make some adjustments on the lineup.
Shout out to Kayla Wymore for the Jayhawks. I thought she really had some nice ups, digs, whatever you want to call them. Sumner, their kill shots are coming in fast and furious, and she managed to get her arms out in front of most of them that came her way, and either get them. A couple of them went right back over the net. They were coming so hard, but impressed with her ability to even get in front of those.
So as we look ahead, just looking at the schedule for the upcoming week, getting into later this week, middle school, high school, cross country, already in conference meet mode, as that will be up at Denver at the Willow Run Golf Course up there. Middle school football hosting AP, high school volleyball at Hudson. And then we did talk about this with varsity football first round at Dyke New Hartford. That is where things will end up, and I imagine Dyke New Hartford usually streaming their games, and that may be available in one way or fashion, or one way or another, on Friday. I won't make it. I'll be in the woods on a hayride.
Is it the haunted hayride?
Haunted hayride over at Eagle Lake.
Lake, yeah.
Little plug in for there.
They do a nice job.
I got to get you out there one night and scare some people out.
I'd be happy to do that. I've been to that. Well, I haven't been through it. I've taken some kids over to it a couple of years, but they do a nice job.
Well, if you're not doing anything Saturday night, you're welcome to come out.
Okay.
Or even Friday night. But anyway, next week, the varsity volleyball game, first round, that's regionals, will be here on the 21st. And the state qualifying cross-country meet, that's going to be over at our golf course. So two home meets, if you want to call it that, for Jesup, but trying to qualify for state on the 22nd, 1 week from Thursday. And then state cross-country is that following on Halloween Day, following Saturday.
I'll be working Pukers Row for that.
You always sign up first for that, I think. You love that.
Doug Frush and I, we always work that, and if I see somebody coming in looking like it's go time, I always grab Doug and throw him out in front of me.
So they're not throwing up because they see you too. It's because they ran the miles in the hardest they could.
I tell you what, I ran cross country, and I will never understand some of these kids. As soon as they hit that finish line, they just shut down, like right there. Some fall down, some throw up, whatever. And I'm like, okay, seriously, you just ran 3.1 miles. Train your brain to make it another however many feet to get through that chute. I don't have much sympathy there.
And then there's others that'll go ahead and do it again.
Yeah.
Go run her another lap. First point awarded to Sumner-Fredericksburg.
By the way, I was a terrible cross-country runner.
Yeah, I'm sure you did it to be better at basketball is what you told people.
And I was not that good at basketball either. My plan pretty much failed miserably. I had a lot of fun. I ran for Coach Mike Sinram back in the day, and the only reason I went out for cross is because he was coaching it, and he made everything fun.
I'm going to guess you were being able to wear those high-rise shorts was more probably appealing to you, and thin silk jersey.
Yeah,
or tank top.
No, I don't think that was appealing at all, and I don't think it was appealing to anybody else to see me wearing those.
Oh,
well, I don't know. Maybe I was much more svelte.
Well, you never asked. You never asked anybody. No one ever told you, so we can just assume.
I guarantee nobody wants to see me wearing that stuff today.
Harris gets it over, but LaPorte, or actually Sumner-Fredericksburg brings it back over. 5-0.
We're 5 points into this already, Nate.
I was trying to stall, hoping they'd catch up.
Peyton Seahaas with the serve.
Brings it up, powers it over. Nice response by McCombs. Harris to McCombs, brings it out the reach of Lang, and Grant will not get to it either. Jesup on the board.
Bounced off a few outstretched arms there. Eventually out of bounds. Combs will come back for the serve.
Out of reach of McCombs, just in front of her. You know, it's something that Coach Bass talked about in the pregame, playing to the whistle. It's very easy. That ball goes up, and you think it's not going to come back your way, so you maybe let down a little bit, and all of a sudden it's on your side of the court. You got to stay aware.
Yeah, you see it a lot in the younger grades too. Especially if it appears that a ball is going to go out of bounds or something like that, people just they make a decision in their head that, oh, this play's over, and then all of a sudden it's coming back at them. Too little, too late.
Isabella Elliott, freshman 6-footer. Service line, brings it over. Libero has it with Wymore. Presser brings it over. Last hit.
Nice job.
Will recover.
Nice job by Nuss to bring that one back in.
A little risky shot from Thomas. You try to go towards that line inside. It goes out of bounds. Bump by Wymore. Harris. Thomas off the antenna. 8-1. Timeout wanted by Coach Bass. Got to do a reset. Yeah, that first 9 points that Sumner had just kind of got away from Jesup.
Yeah. Isabel Nuss, man, she's a really nice player for a freshman. She's, I'm going to guess she's played a fair amount of club ball, as has many of the players out here. But she's another one of those 6-footers, like you said earlier. They've got, 3 listed at 6 foot? Well, 3 listed at 6 foot, and then I know we've got one more in there that's at least 6 foot, probably above Bella Ray.
I got to give credit to Sumner-Fred. I didn't make it up the football game on Friday, but my wife went up there, and she said the Sumner-Fredericksburg band came over and asked the cheerleaders if they could play the fight song, our fight song.
Oh, that's nice.
So, yeah, they got into playing a Jesup fight song, and I guess Anthony can attest, they had the bleachers marked off with blue and orange tape or whatever.
Nice.
So
sportsmanship at its best. Yeah.
That's a nice little stadium to watch football in over there, too.
It's a nice little community, period. I mean, they're not all that much different than Jesup, really.
They just have a lot more letters in their name.
Yeah, I guess it's 2 communities. We shouldn't. I was kind of limiting it to Sumner in my head, but that's not fair to Fredericksburg. It's Sumner-Fred. In fact, we were just there in Fredericksburg last night for middle school.
Yeah, they got a nice setup at their middle school.
They do. That's a nice school. It's a lot bigger inside than I expected, and I know they redid that in the recent history.
I was going to be impressed if you had the year down.
No, I don't have the year, but my in-laws live in New Hampton, so I travel through Fredericksburg and Sumner.
Thomas gets the hit off a Seahawks, comes out of bounds. 10-3. Sumner-Fredericksburg still has that advantage. Swap out the ball, get that sanitized.
Lang in for Elliott. Lang, of course, the libero for the Cougars. JC, little just over the net.
She responds with it on Jesup's side. Harris, who's going to bring it. Thomas, and right up front, Bella Ray was ready for it.
Not much getting by her.
Morgan Block, freshman in. She's 5'7". Official set to go. Serve comes across to Wymore. Harris on that second hit. Now Thomas brings it back. Sumner-Fredericksburg in play, and J.C. Lang was trying to position and then saw it coming and couldn't get there. 12-3. Jesup down 1-0 in this one. They lost the first one 25-18. Brandt with the serve. Harris set. Toma towards Lang, and we got a double hit. That second hit was hard to move forward for the Cougars.
Combs in for Schutte. Bobby Thomas with the serve.
Lang set up right side. Nice block on the front side, but it's going to come off at Jesup. Ray powered that one on the front line.
I was just looking at the year of some of these girls. I mean, this is a pretty solid team right here for Sumner-Fred, and as good as they are now, looking at their roster, they might even be better next year.
You got 3 seniors on there?
Yeah, you're going to put a year of growth on. Let's see, Elliott, who's just a freshman. Reno and Ray, junior. Morgan Brandt, just a junior, and then Lang is just a sophomore. So they got almost everybody back.
Yeah, and even looking at their seniors, Nuss has played a little bit.
Yep.
But I don't think we've seen Lynch.
Little deep. The Jayhawks. Toma's going to exit In comes Kayla Wymore. Nice. Go ahead.
I was going to say, even on the Jesup side, they'll be graduating 5 seniors.
Yeah.
There's some leadership there. You'll lose. You got 3 of them on the floor right now.
And they've got some girls that are coming up that should add some nice playing time for the Jayhawks. Lainey Pilcher, one of them. She's down there on the sidelines right now, but she's a heck of a player. Volleyball, basketball. I can't remember if she went out for track last year or not, but softball, she's just an all-around athlete. I could see her kind of moving into Alexis Harris's role, maybe. You know, that setter, but also a bit of a utility player. You know, you can put her in almost anywhere.
Serve from Peyton Seahawks. And Point Jesup gets obstructed in the net. 15-7. Come up, power right side. McCombs rolls off her hands.
Elliott with the point.
I have to catch myself every now and then. I would say 1 minute to go. Make it more interesting.
I always wondered why there was a minute on the clock until I recently started keeping the score clock for volleyball for JV and Fresh Soft. All that is timeouts are 1 minute, so you've got it teed up when the next timeout comes because they want that clock started as soon as they point at whichever side took it. So
block at the front, Toma Thomas.
We just cannot catch a break, Nate. Good block, just out of bounds.
Serve from Jones. Judy has that. Harris over to Winner, and that one goes a little far. That one's deep. Judy had an eye on that. She knew it was going to be too far. Jesup will have it again on the service. J.C. Lang comes in. Right in the net. Point advantage, Cougars. It's Morgan Brandt. Clears the net. Wymore hits it low. Timeout wanted.
Coach Bass talk things over with their team again. I think that's second timeout in this set for Coach Bass.
Yeah, I think she took one of that first one. And just trying to regroup. And you look at Sumner-Fred, and you know they got some energy on that side. They're both working hard too, or both squads are. But you know, Jesup, you look at their last 5 matches, we've only got 2 out of that. Beat South Winnip at the Decorah tournament, lost to Decorah, lost to Denver, beat AP a week ago 3-0, and then the Gladbrook-Rhinebeck loss here last Thursday 3-1. And then they'll go to Hudson on Thursday.
Yeah, not a lot of energy from the Jayhawks coming out of that huddle. See a few hanging heads. But
Hudson will not be an easy one for them as well, as Hudson's 25-7 at this point.
Nice shot by Thomas.
Hudson with that 10th ranking from last Thursday. there's no rest in that schedule. Plus, when you throw in some tournaments, there's a fine line between being competitive and having it not get to you.
Yeah. Well, and I think you see some of that with these girls that, you know, they've struggled in conference play, and that certainly starts to wear on you. I think that would wear on anybody, and kind of messes with your confidence a little bit. And probably what we're seeing some of these nights.
23-9. Jesup still trying to get in double numbers. Playing on that first hit. And Toma, you can just see a little frustration hit.
Got a touch.
Oh, it did touch.
Yep.
Combs in for
shooting. Thought that took kind of a wicked bounce upwards.
So they do get into double figures. 23-10, and Thomas on the near side jump serve. Clears the net. And does not get to Lang.
Little roller over the net.
Quite a deficit to make up for.
1 point at a time. I often hear Coach Bass and Coach Green saying that on the sidelines.
Head coach Erica Bass assisted for her first year, Aubrey Green. You recognize that name. Husband's Nick Green, her cross-country coach.
And now we've got Nick's twin brother, and of course I'm going to space on his name now that I've called it out, just to make myself look really dumb. But
it's not Nick.
It's not Nick. They look the same,
Nick,
but they don't
Nick.
have the same name. But anyway, if he's listening, I apologize. Great guy, and he's going to take over in our middles. From what I understand, if I've got accurate information, he's going to take over for our middle school teacher, Jay Feld, as Jay is going to be heading back overseas for the military. So
he's going to come teach, is what you're hearing?
He's going to be a teacher,
okay.
yeah. Yep. He's actually got a pretty nice resume. I think he's maybe got a master's in something, and he's going to school for something else right now. I don't know.
I wonder if the school board's aware of that.
It's possible I'm just spreading completely false news, or it's possible that you still have to prove that. So
we'll find out.
Maybe I shouldn't even be saying it, but this is what I've heard.
Yes. 24-15. Sumner looking to try and take this.
That's in.
And the scoreboard went out.
We have lost.
Oh, the ball hit the scoreboard switch.
Oh, is that what happened?
Next to Brock Sabers and Mr. Marting down there is what happened. So I missed the score. 25. What was that final?
25-15.
25-15. So they're up 2 games to none on Jesup. I often wonder about those switches.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I think there's only one panel over there that actually has switches. The rest are all keyed. But
because if you want to do something really fun, the gym lights are over there exposed.
Yeah.
If you want to have some fun some night. Not that I'm encouraging it, but
at least now they're just off and on. Remember the old what were they, halogens or whatever they're called?
We'll see you guys tomorrow when they warm back up. So Jesup again has to play some catch up here. Have to take the last 3 to try and get this one going. As we talk, they do go into postseason play 1 week from tomorrow on a Wednesday. They are in the Class 2A Region 6 bracket, if you will. Regina Catholic and North Cedar will face off on the 19th. That winner goes on to Columbus on the 21st. Winner out of that one goes to play here at Jesup, and they will face the winner of Jesup or Grundy Center. And that will be, again, right here in Jesup. We'll have it for you on the Jayhawk Sports Network. But, of course, we always encourage you to come out and see it in person. That'll be a 7 o'clock game 1 week from tomorrow. North Lynn High School will be the site for Al Burnett and the Lynx to do the play-in game to face Denver. Bottom half of that has Starmont and Maquoketa Valley at Starmont. Those winners will go on to Denver High School on the 26th and then on to Waterloo West for the regional championship on the 28th. I was just looking ahead when the state tournament actually is. Soon after that, of course. All right.
45 seconds from getting our third set of the evening kicked off here. Cougars from Sumner-Fred up 2-0 over the Jayhawks. A couple of tough sets for the Jayhawks so far. We'll see if we can regroup and get back in this.
Yep, state volleyball week of the first week in November. The week that will be interesting to see what we come through with.
There we go. Early lead by the Jayhawks.
Like the first one in this third. Lang out. Callie Winter again taking the place of Leah Becker, who went down with injury last Thursday. Block. McCombs, Wymore, Winter, Harris, Thomas, all up front along with Presser. And that ball is going to be in, and Cougars will get a chance to add on to their point total, down 2-1.
Peyton Seahouse to the serving line. I always want to say charity stripe. That's obviously a different sport.
I guess you could maybe look at doing some sort of penalty serve.
Yeah.
It's like in soccer, you go from that back line. You know, I told Anthony before we came on, I go, let's add 2 more people and another ball, and he suggested that you also get 1 bounce off the ground.
Well, was it you and I up here, or was it Jason and me when the girl bumped it?
Oh yeah, that was a week ago. Or yeah.
Is that okay, bumped it up and it went through the basketball hoop that's up.
That's worth at least 2 points.
Yeah, I agree. AD Joe Spines coming in with some crutches.
I don't know if he's offering somebody support in their costume or
he looks a little lost. I'm not sure where he's heading with them, but hopefully everybody's okay over there.
Wymore to Thomas. That one's high up. Going to come down quick. And Brandt will see it out of bounds. That was a tight call. Give credit to that line judge. Bump by Wymore. Bring it over with Thomas. She was there to get it. And McCombs trying for it.
Combs out. Schutte will come in. I recognize that girl leaving on crutches. I'm not going to say her name because I don't know anything about it, and I don't want to say something.
And that is that.
I don't want to say something I shouldn't say, right?
No. Isabella Elliott. Wymore gets the bump. Now Thomas sees double up front, but they couldn't contain it.
Wymore to serve.
Advantage since the beginning.
Nice low serve by Wymore.
Here again with a hit. Harris.
Pushed by Winter.
Winter almost moved. but she stuck around, and now desperation shot from Schutte.
Jones in for the Cougars, as well as Teed. Adriana Teed. I feel like I'm probably not saying that right. Apologize if I am.
And Harris, Thomas somehow managed to get that through Sumner-Fredericksburg.
Lainey Pilcher, another sophomore, checking in, and she will replace Kylie Winter. So Lainey, kind of a serving specialist.
From Lang. A little bring over from Nuss. Harris will scoop it. Thomas will bring it. Again from Nuss over to Wymore. Wymore didn't react quick enough.
Yeah, ball kind of got caught up in the net there and took the velocity off it enough where it just kind of dropped in front of her. She was in the right spot, just ball had different ideas.
Nice response from Harris at the net. Out. Good heads-up play by JC.
I watched it.
So that ball did go out of bounds in your upper right-hand corner.
Oh, was Anthony just
he was
having fun with the camera?
He was just watching the game. That happens.
Lang, Harris, McCombs, back row. Kick up by Elliott. Lang there to respond. Harris back to Toma.
There we go.
Nice play. Had him moving.
Jesup looking good here. They're moving their feet, getting to their spots, communicating, playing with some urgency and enthusiasm. We need more of this, and we also need more of the crowd participation. Whether we're ahead or behind, we need the crowd to get into these games.
Harris with a touch to Toma. Lang, bring it over from Harris.
Lang.
Sumner went to sleep on that one.
That's nice. That was awesome.
Wow.
Was that was Wymore to Lang who finally took it over?
I don't know if Thomas brought it over.
I'm not
I think
sure.
Lang just happened to stick her hand out and ended up seeing a ricochet right. And Sumner was ready to go to a... That time they respond. Sumner-Fredericksburg. Within 4 now.
Chantel Nuss, senior, set to serve.
Off the hands of the libero Lang. Substitutions. Wymore out. And Toma will have the service obligation.
Out.
I say that almost had a chance to come into Jesup's side. Fill it up, 12-6. Jesup's on the catch-up. They've been down 2-0 right now. 25-18, 25-15. Harris will set it. McCombs will bring it. That'll be Thomas's turn. Not much coverage in that back left.
We all got sucked forward too much, and nobody stayed back to cover home.
By Thomas. Here comes Kresser. Haven't seen much from Kresser tonight.
No, you're right. Too often it seems like we go in for the kill shot and we don't adjust, Need to maybe adjust in the air every now and then, and just kind of tip that over the defense.
Nice response there from the Jayhawks.
Winner in for Lang. Alexis Harris to serve, senior for Jesup.
Set up from Brandt.
Oh, boy.
And Thomas was there to hit that one hard, but went the wrong way. Harris tried to chase it down.
Yeah, the fact that she even got her hand on it is crazy. Good hustle by Alexis Harris. Goes diving out of bounds. I was concerned for a second because she was moving pretty fast with her head towards the bleachers, but nothing hurt.
Set up from Harris. There's Thomas.
Boom, there you go.
Ricochets off of 2 hands.
Bodies flying everywhere, Nate.
They're scrappy. That's what Bass said. She said they are a scrappy team, and they'll pull out points and hits that no one else may think is coming. And Jesup, fortunately, is playing that game against Sumner this time in this set.
See, that's one. I think we talk about playing until the whistle blows. It was clearly going to be 4 hits, but hit it anyway.
Right.
I mean,
right. So Sumner-Fredericksburg Cougars want to take a timeout. I believe their first time they've taken a timeout tonight. Coach Bass has taken 3 total. She took 2 in that first. Actually, 1 in the first, 2 in the second. Again, you look at these teams, and we continue to talk about this because it's phenomenal, really. When you look at Class 1A and Wapsie Valley's in there, Gladbrook Rhinebeck's in there. You know, North Butler, you know, Northeast Iowa schools in 2A, you go down to Dyke, New Hartford, Denver, Sumner-Fred, Beckman, Hudson, Columbus, Jesup, AP, all in 2A in the top 15. Class 3A, Union in there at 5, Independence at 10. A lot of strong volleyball in the Cedar Valley. For sure.
ooh, boy, thought that was in.
Combs brings it over. Bump low. Thomas covers at the net. And Cougars just got lost.
There you go. That's what I was talking about before, Nate. Props to Bella for just kind of tipping that one over the defense.
Isabella Elliott, 6-foot freshman. Harris will set it up. Presser. He's going to get that point.
That's going to get reversed, yep. Ooh, that was out.
Line judge says in, but the official says out.
I looked at her and she was like, nope.
Harris with a jump. Bella Cresser over to Harris. Got to get that over on this hit. Harris will do it. Now Thomas. Ricochet off the pink jerseys of Cougars.
I know crowds go as the team goes, right? But right now, Jesup's crowd's into it, and it makes such a big difference for these girls. And, you know, the reality is the girls on the court, they're the ones that got to play the game, and they got to figure out how to play with or without a crowd. And, you know, whatever the environment is, it's on them. But if you're in the crowd, you're here for a reason, and cheer for your team. You know, whether we're up or down. Too often I look over there and just see a lot of, you know, half asleep. So I don't know. I'll get off my soapbox here because I see it on the crowd beneath us too. Sumner, you know, they're behind right now, and their crowd is basically falling asleep on them.
Judy gets the first hit. Thomas gets blocked at the net. Last 5 matches for Sumner-Fredericksburg. Last Thursday beat Columbus 3-0. Lost to Union 2 days before that, 3-2. Otherwise,
boom, nice shot. Bobby Thomas with a huge kill.
Otherwise, they won at a tournament, I'm guessing, down in Marion on the 3rd, with wins over Marion, Columbus Catholic, and Lake Mills.
Laney Pilcher in to serve.
And Jesup trying to get to 20 points for the first time tonight.
There for the block. Had those hands. The hands were kind of angled toward the sideline, and that's exactly where the ball went. J.C. Lang, she'll rotate back into Pilcher. Brandt serving for the Cougars.
Wymore gets it to Harris and Toma. Right there. You play that tight to the net, it's hard to know where that ball's going to come from.
Yeah, Harris does a great job of pulling those balls out of the net. Half of them, I just think there's no way she's going to get that without crossing the line, but she does.
And Thomas in that out on that one.
Thomas always always looking for that slow roller.
Lang with the first hit. Set from Harris. Now McCombs off of Lang on the Cougars side.
Ooh, that was going out.
And that was a hard hit ball for Isabel Elliott. Bump from Wymore. Toma again gets the call. 1 touch, 2 touch. They got to get it over. Ooh, that was a desperation push.
Cougars have had some miscommunication in this 3rd set. They, I don't know if they were on cruise control a little bit, but they have not played the same volleyball they did in the first 2 sets. Wymore checks in for the Jayhawks. Reno for the Cougars. Lang to serve.
Easy serve over. Calls of McCombs to bring it on that 3rd hit. And that ball's way out of bounds. Over the head of Jesup.
4-point advantage for Jesup, winner into the game. Lang out.
Jesup with the highest point total tonight. Most they've had was in that first game at 18.
Let's close this one out, ladies. Nice serve by Harris.
Elliott gets the call, kills it down. Thomas couldn't get set up.
Seahouse in. She'll take the serve.
Thomas in the first. Presser gets a call, just not up. Libero has to push it over. Now McCombs.
Wow. Good drop.
Wow.
Finally, we get one to drop on their side.
Jesup still in this. And the match as a whole.
Out.
Cross from Wymore, nice response. But that does set up Elliott for that kill.
Yeah, that was kind of a gimme there. We had shifted too far one way, I believe.
Cougars have gotten 5 in a row before at the service line.
Not this time, Nate. Not this time.
Wymore, Harris, Thomas, back. And Lang can't get in the right direction. 24-20.
Match point. Match point, yes.
Match point, game points. Set point.
Match point.
I feel like we have this debate every game.
Well, there's 3 or 5 sets in a match.
3 of 5 sets.
3 or 5 sets in a match.
3 or 5 sets in a match.
Depending on how many.
So what would a game be then?
I think is a match and a game the same? I think so. I don't know. Somebody tell us.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
I can probably look it up on the Google machine, but
Seems like a lot of work.
even voice text makes it hard. Oh, Julie Rene says best commentary ever. Hi, Luke. Exclamation point.
Hi, Julie. Appreciate that.
Did I say that right? Rennie? The Luke Baldwin fan club.
2 of them.
Yeah, well, I know I have 2. And both of them are moms of people I know. Your mom and Tim Sauer's mom.
Yep.
Here comes Thomas.
There you go. That'll
nice
do
ricochet. Brings it. There's the win.
Nice work, ladies. 25-20. Jayhawks take one over the Sumner-Fredericksburg Cougars. So we will go to set number 4 with the Cougars leading 2-1.
So desperately came up, but yeah, Luke, we saw, Sumner-Fred on fire those first 2 sets, and then they just weren't playing the ball that they had been, the volleyball they had earlier in the game, or earlier in the night.
No, they weren't, and like I said, I don't know if they got a little overconfident, went on cruise control a bit, but also you got to give credit where credit's due, and Jesup also played much differently than they did the first 2 sets. They came out with some fire, some enthusiasm. I think they were just kind of frustrated by the way everything was going, and put their back against the wall and pushed off.
Looking at Sumner-Fredericksburg as they look at Class 2A Region 7, those playoffs start for them on the 21st, but that region will start on Monday. MFL Marmac Southwind, the winner of that one, will play these Cougars at Sumner-Fredericksburg High School. Winner out of that one's going to face either Clayton Ridge or Postville, also at Sumner-Fred. Bottom half of that, Bellevue Middle and High School will be the site for Bellevue and Northeast. Winner of that comes over to Beckman. And bottom half of that has Hudson and Cascade. Hudson will host that one over at their elementary school. Winner out of Hudson Cascade faces the winner coming out of the Beckman site to have the semifinal regional also being played at Beckman. And then whoever comes out of that goes on to the regional championship to decide who goes on to the state tournament, which is the following week, and a site to be determined on that. If you have not done so, download the Varsity Bound app on your phone, or your Google phone, or your Android phone, or whatever phone you have. It's a pretty good website, stats and scores and all that. Especially now, they're not doing programs up front, so got to kind of pull out your phone and look that up if you want to see who's who.
It's all there, Varsity Bound, great site.
Jesup Booster Club putting up the funds to make sure Jesup fans can get all access to that data and information. Sumner-Fred had the first points in the first and second. Jesup had him in the third. They took that game. And that ball is going to be deep. Jesup will have it this time again. Oh no. We're saying double hit on that. Sumner-Fred will get it. Oh, on the line? Net. It's funny I can't hear you very well through your mask. Cougars keep it alive. Cross court to Harris. Wymore McCombs brings it over to the second row. Now Lang with the bump. Fired to Thomas in the back row. Close to the net. Harris couldn't scoop it. Can the service line give the Cougars that chance?
There we go.
And Jesup
serve into the net. I shouldn't say there we go. That's not really.
It's just you being excited. You're all right with
Yeah, I mean,
no one's going to fault you.
I'm glad we get the point and get the serve. I don't like seeing, a kid serve a ball into a net, regardless of team.
I always forget how sensitive you are.
I'm competitive. I like to win, but I'm also I got some empathy.
Because you're used to hitting it in the net. You know how it feels?
Yeah, I know how it feels.
Yeah. I'm with you. Shooty comes in.
Chantel Nuss actually checking in. Oh, Shooty for Jayhawks. Apologies. Chantel Nuss for the Cougars.
There's Thomas. That goes up. Lang, libero. And there was Elliott to hit it over. It's still in play. Got to get it over. They do. Harris was there to bump it. Powered back to Wymore. Harris, out of bounds. Lateral along that net.
Just a bit outside.
4-2. Wymore, Harris, who wants it? Thomas. Sees two from the Cougars up front. Jesup trails 2-1. 2 games to 1. They'll bring over Wymore and Harris were coming to it, or actually Winter.
That spot is our nemesis, Nate. All season long, it seems like that spot is open.
Lady Pilcher in. And a one hit off of Wymore goes to Sumner-Fred, and they bring it.
That ball was on the ground before I think anybody even saw it.
Almost slow motion, I bet, if you're sitting down there. Elliott ricochets off of Kaler again. Second hit in the face this game.
Little frustration there for Kaler.
From Wymore, Harris, a touch over.
Good job. So that's about the third time we've seen that from Sumner in that spot right there when Bella does that little tip over. They all kind of look at each other and nobody takes the.
I suppose it's a nice little strategy. You got 5 grouped right there, and who's going to go for it?
There we go. A little run here.
Timeout to get a shoelace taken care of. Wymore will get the serve. Taylor Wymore leads the squad this season in digs. 347 coming into tonight. Bring it over. Wymore will get it. Harris. Get him with that consistent second hit, and right through the alley. Comes out of bounds. Goes by Sumner-Fred. Jump from Kaler. Set it up. Nice block up front from Thomas and Toma. And Pilcher will push that over. And caught her sleeping. Isabel Elliott.
I was going to say that's about as soft a shot as we've seen by either team all night. And maybe that was part of the reason it made it. It was a little unexpected. So Jesup goes on a little run here before a Cougar timeout. 6-8, Cougars lead. in the fourth set after Jesup went down 2-0 and then clawed their way back to get a third victory in the third set, and hopefully we can see another one here in the fourth.
Home next, actually go to Hudson on Thursday, round out the conference regular season. Jayhawks postseason Wednesday. Football this Friday over at Dyke New Hartford. First round game. And Kaylor Wymore at the service line still. Jesup advantage 8-6. Lang. And then Harris on the Jesup side. Thomas was coming hard, but Cougars were ready for it. Gracie Jones, Jr. Strong serve has Schutte get the first touch. And Toma sees Gracie get it, but I'm not sure she was ready for it. She's coming out, and Katie Reno will come in.
Bella Ray in the front there. I feel like she's faded a little bit over the night. Not to be critical of her, but she came out and there was nothing getting by her, and she was really hammering down some nice shots, but I haven't seen much from her here in the previous set. I don't know if maybe that's, her team's not setting her up like they were, or what the deal is.
I find it interesting. You have more empathy for somebody who hits in the net than somebody who's not stepping up like they were earlier in the game.
Well, I always struggle with cheering for somebody that does something so obviously unintentional, It's like, yes,
I meant to hit it in the net.
I love to see your pain.
That's sarcasm, ladies and gentlemen. Sumner-Fred up with close to Schutte. Lang tries to get that second hit out of her reach.
I think it's because I know these are just kids out here at the end of the day, and we all put way too much pressure on these people.
It's a game.
Yeah, it is.
Both sides, especially Jesup's side, you see they're having fun out there, even though they're down 2-1.
Yeah.
A lot of smiles, laughs, support.
We as parents, we just get our priorities screwed up way too often. But that's a conversation for another night.
Yeah, that's like a post-game show.
Yeah.
In your garage. Invitation only.
There we go.
Ball hits the net.
McCombs checks in for Schutte.
Now Bobby Thomas at that line. Getting ready to serve. Thomas 5'9" junior. She's having a hard time at the service line
She
tonight.
has, man. I've seen that a number of times throughout the season. Just seems not customary for Bobby.
There's McCombs, gets it over. Block up front, ricochets off of Jesup. Chantel Nuss. Mid-court with that serve, or mid-line. Toma tries to hammer it down. McCombs on the touch.
Call that 4 hits, I think.
Give credit to these volleyball officials. Quick eyes they have.
Yeah, these line judges, or whatever you call them, they're doing a nice job tonight. They're right on top of it. Not line judges, what do you call them? The up judge, the down judge?
Referees.
I was trying to give credit to these two in the middle here. The two ladies are doing a really nice job. as are the two gentlemen on the lines.
Isabella Elliott gets that kill. Toma will have a seat.
Let's go Jayhawks side out.
Lang, Harris, Cresser, McCombs, Wymore, Lang all in for Jesup. Bump up, far side, got to get it over. McCombs has to bump it. Cougars will set it up. And there it goes from Isabella Elliott. And the Cougars taking even more of a lead, 16-10 now. Lang Libero over to Wymore. McCombs brings it to the back row.
Nice spot by McCombs.
Elliott tip over. McCombs with a bump. Harris with a set. McCombs touches that third time.
Net.
Into the net. Do or die for Jesup.
17-10 is the Cougar lead. Short shot.
Bring it near side, out of the reach of Wymore. Touched by Morgan Block. Olivia Lang, sophomore. Libero. That left-handed hit. McCombs back row. Bounced off of Meyer. Harris there to get it. Wymore to set it. McCombs brings it over, hits the net. Actually, hits the antenna.
Sumner does. They have great anticipators. They very rarely are they not in the position to return that ball. They sense where that ball is going and get their body where it needs to be. 99% of the time, it seems like.
Coach Erica Bass took this time out, down 9 and down 2 games to 1. And if you're just joining us, Sumner-Fredericksburg coming in 22-7 on the year. Jesup 15-10. Cougars took the first 2 sets, 25-18, 25-15. Jayhawks took the last one, 25-20. Looking ahead at Sumner-Fredericksburg and their schedule. They've got Wapsie Valley to close out their regular season on Thursday. Wapsie 17-6. That game at Sumner. And then tournament next Wednesday. They'll face either Southwind or MFL Marmac. Back row from Lang, setting it up. Jesup's Lang with a response. McCombs and Wymore will take it over. Wow. Isabella Elliott is where she has needed to be throughout the night to bring that down. Back row with Thomas. Harris sees Cresser touch it, get it back going. Wymore keeps it in play. And power from Sumner-Fred doesn't do the job as that ball comes out of bounds. And Pilcher subbing in for Lang, who has the service. Harris does. Down 9. From Elliott. She's going to get that third hit. Couldn't set it up. Wasn't high enough to slam.
Harris back to serve. 12-20 Cougars. Jayhawks trying to scratch their way back into this one.
This is the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology. Thanks for joining us on YouTube Live or even on Facebook Live tonight. Credit that point to Sumner-Fred, 20-12. As Sumner-Fred looks to take the match. Come up from Seahawks. Thomas bumps it. McCombs, nice. Hard hit to the libero.
Set up for Combs again.
Caught a Valley going. Pilcher in the second head. McCombs in the third. Runs off the back of Lang.
Good hustle by Abby Myers. She had a tough path over there with the line judge kind of blocking her way.
Elliott able to get on that left side. Elliott doesn't lead the team in kills, but she's right in there tonight.
I feel like these girls, they've got some set up in their classroom chairs like Sylvester Stallone and Over the Top. They're just constantly pulling that weight thing down. And that you know, that's with Leah Becker on the bench right now. That's really hurts us because she does have that hammer.
Right.
And of course she had the injury in her last outing, and so it'll be nice to get her back for postseason.
They get through tonight, just pulling up their team stats coming into tonight. Sumner-Fredericksburg, you've got Morgan Brandt, who's leading in kills at 239, but Isabel Elliott's right there at 225. And the next one down isn't until you get to Morgan Block, the freshman, at 76. And kills on the Jesup side, Kendra McCombs at 121, but Bobby Thomas at 164, Leah Becker 115. That's hard to replace. Wymore on the response. Harris quickly over to get it. Thomas tries to find that gap in between the rows 1 and 2. Elliott in the backcourt. Nuss. And wow, Harris just too close to net where that was coming.
I don't know, was that touch? Did they get a piece of that? Okay.
Yep, just there right there in the net and pushed it behind her.
I was kind of watching Harris fly in there, and I wasn't paying attention to how that ball got directed.
Thomas back to Lang. Set up from Seahawks, and that ball is in, just left side of Wymore. And now we're looking at a game point, or match point, or set point, all of the above.
So after the loss in the third set, Sumner really responded well. They came out ready to play this fourth set. As we do see Elliott hit one into the net there, so that'll give Wymore another chance to extend this out a bit.
Stays alive. Oh, that's out of bounds. 2 straight. Bring it up. Got a gap to fill, but stay focused. Keep going.
So Sumner-Fredericksburg Cougars take that fourth and final set, 25-15. As they win the first 2, Jesup takes the third, and of course, the Cougars do take that fourth.
So that'll close out the home regular schedule. They will travel on Thursday over to Hudson. And Hudson, there's no rest right there, especially in that rankings. And you look right now at Hudson, who's ranked 10th in Class 3A. We should see new rankings before that game is played on Thursday night. But we'll more than likely see Hudson rise up. Jesup may drop out, sitting at 13th. They may move on to 15 at that point. But AP They're held in right in there as well. But Jesup hung in there, but it is a scrappy Sumner-Fred team, and they took the first two, and you got to get those early ones.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think we can understate the size and just the good play of Sumner. Like I said, they're great anticipators. They just have a really good feel for where that ball's going to go. And but in the third set for Jesup, I saw something out of them that I hadn't seen in a while. They had some scrappiness. They were fired up, and they wanted to win that game, and we need to see that more often. And really, any what's done is done, right? I mean, I don't care if you're playing the first game of the season or the last game. You got to put this behind you. They go to Hudson on Thursday. Come in with a positive attitude, be fired up, and let's get a win to close out the regular season.
Yeah, and we're right there, postseason on the 21st. That will be our next broadcast, as we will have for you as soon as Anthony gets either forgiveness or permission. We'll determine forgiveness next Thursday or permission ahead of Wednesday on the Jayhawk Sports Network for Grundy Center and Jesup. Good luck to Coach Sauer and the football team as they'll be over for the first round game against Dyke on Thursday, actually on Friday of this week. But also want to give good luck to the cross-country team as they'll have their conference meet coming up as well. We got through it. We're this far into the fall semester. Who would have thought at this point?
Crazy, man, crazy.
Anyway, again, thanks for joining us on the Jayhawk Sports Network as Jesup goes down to defeat 3-1 to Sumner-Fredericksburg tonight. You can watch this entire game again on replay as well as other previous high school athletic events on the video section of our Facebook page or on YouTube. For Luke Baldwin and our entire crew, which exists of Anthony Baugh, also want to thank Tony Lang, our executive producer. I'm Nate Claberg from the Hawks Nest in Jesup tonight. This is the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology. Music courtesy of bensound.com. Go Jayhawks and stay safe.